Let's see. Maybe they can see her face. Not really. Turn that thing on. All right. So, like we do every week, let us know when you can hear us. We got this crazy lag from the phone, and it's so dark, y'all can't see us. It's so bright outside. Well, you might have to turn the light on.
Okay.
So waiting. Say, hey, we can hear you whenever y'all can hear us. Hey, that worked. They can actually see me now, even though I'm blinded. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Is that okay?
We'll work with that.
Is that okay?
Technical difficulties. I see a hey, good evening. Let me know when you can hear us. Donald Slick says, yeah. All right, we got quite a few people that can hear us now. So welcome everybody. My name's Andrew.
I'm Tiffany.
And we are the Kelley. So we're gonna try to do our live stream. I can't get the brightness just right. We've got a bright light on, that's why you can see shadows going across my face. But it's so bright outside, it's kind of washing the camera out. As it gets a little bit later, you'll be able to see my ugly mug, and all is good. So welcome everybody. So good to see you. Everybody's saying that they can hear us loud and clear. Awesome.
Good deal.
So hopefully y'all have all had a great week, and hopefully a lot of y'all didn't go through that horrible weather that kind of come through, luckily, north of us yesterday. It looks like it went through North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, way on up the eastern seaboard there. So hopefully everybody's doing okay. Now today, bright and sunny. Yesterday, windy, overcast, nasty. Today, actually a little warm, but as you can see, our little dog back there doesn't care. We got a fire burning, and he's ready to go singe himself by it. He might need to put his little chair out there so he can sleep through the live stream like he typically does and not answer any questions. All right, so we have Mr. Richard on, Mr. Jimmy, Pam, James. I can't go through all the names, but thank y'all so much for jumping on.
Ooh,
You got
somebody got 2 inches
Logan.
of snow.
Yeah, that's
Donald.
Mr. Donald there. Says he got 2 inches of snow. Mr. Donald, I just sent you an email, so we may have something going on. I picked up packages this week from post office, and I'm not so sure that I have your package now, although I thought that I did, unless your name is Robert D. for Donald, but I do have a package from a Robert D. here, so we're going to have to figure that out. So shoot me an email, Mr. Donald, whenever you get a second, but you have one waiting on you right now. So you got Big Wave Florida on, obviously from FLA like us. Welcome. And if you're new, please let us know where you're from, and I'm always curious about the weather. As you can see, we're getting anywhere from burning up hot to 2 inches of snow. Now we've got Sharon saying they had 5.5 inches of snow, as y'all can see behind us. No, bright, sunny, hot. We've been out on the boat enjoying ourselves. Sorry to rub it all in.
We just got home actually.
Yeah, and even though you can't see this little guy here, it's Bullet now decided to join us. Oh, the lighting is horrible. It'll get better as it gets dark. So we looks like we have Maine in the house, New York, people from all over. So again, thank you for chatting with us. Clay Hill there, 80s from CK Fab. Sounds more like our temperature out there. I think we got to 79 or 80 today. Absolutely beautiful. Other than all the stinking wind that we had yesterday, it raised just heck on my garden, broke some corn, knocked things over. So we're gonna have a gardening video coming out here before long showing all that. And Kingwood, yeah, Kingwood 43 says we are out on the boat again.
We are water babies. We are on the boat every
We are water
Tuesday.
babies, but leave us alone now. That saltwater boat hasn't been run hardly at all in the last couple of years, and yeah, we've taken it out actually as much in the last 2 weeks as we have probably the last year. We needed a break. We got one. Leave us alone. So we got North Carolina in the house. You got that crazy guy from In the Woodyard. Yeah, I know him. Always leaving me funny comments.
Look at my dog.
From Wisconsin, says it's 50 degrees up there. Oh, you're finally in somewhat of flannel weather. Feeling pretty good. And
Somebody missed me.
yeah, we just got home, so this guy is like loving. Look at him, oh, giving hugs and everything, still in the show.
Somebody missed me. Oh, you're all okay.
See, Missouri, Massachusetts, everything. So, Mr. Jimmy asked, any luck on materials you need for the house? Yes, finally, after waiting and waiting and waiting, we're going to get some house videos more toward the middle to end of this week. Practically not much went on last week other than the video that y'all seen. I had to wait forever just to get Simpson strong tie straps that I needed for the house. Just finally got some of those in the mail. Had to drive up to a big city to find the remainder of the straps that I didn't need. I got so lucky. I needed 36 additional straps, 136 in total. Went up to a Lowe's up there. They had 38 remaining straps, and I needed 36, so it couldn't have worked out really any better. And that's after I ordered 100 through Amazon. Thank goodness. It just took forever to get them through Amazon. Everything has been. Finally got my nails in. Finally got that metal strap nailer in. So we will have some house building videos coming up more toward the middle of this week. I already have a couple other videos edited that'll post tomorrow and the next day. So firewood, did a little bit of that last week while I was waiting, some stuff around the property. This week we're also going to have to mow, looking around the place. So we'll kind of have a smorgasbord of videos again, but we are getting back into the house. So thank you for asking. So Brian Smith says 32 in California and snowing. You just don't think about that.
Really?
Yeah, well.
In California?
Yeah, but we're kind of, I hate to use the word ignorant, but we just don't know about California like everybody else. They think Florida is beaches and burning up, but we get every now and then snow up here. We get frost constantly, 20-degree days, sometimes teens. California has mountains and snow and everything else. It's not just Hollywood and beaches, so to speak. So, Brian, enjoy what's hopefully the last of your snow. That is crazy to hear snow and that cold temperatures in California, but that's the way it works out. Uh-oh. So Pamela says we are buffering. Somebody else let me know if we're buffering. I hope we're not. Maybe I need to update the app again or do something, but I've got the signal boosted as best I can get in this metal building.
Oh no, Cash says, sorry I'm late. I just got back from the doctor. I have bronchitis and pneumonia. Oh, I'm
Dang,
so
buddy, I am really sorry to hear that. So everybody keep Cash in mind. Hopefully he gets over that bronchitis and pneumonia, gets to feeling better.
Sorry to hear that.
If you don't need to be on the live stream, don't be. We are the best medicine, without a doubt. So
We'll make you laugh so that you can cough up some of the...
yes, laughter is the best medicine, as they say, to help you hack up that pneumonia and bronchitis. We certainly hope.
Yes, I hope you feel better.
Hopefully, at least got a smile out of that. So, DB Douglas says he missed most of the NASCAR race. Hopefully, it wasn't for us. I don't watch NASCAR at all, so I'm hoping we're not broadcasting this during NASCAR time. But you've made the right choice. You watch the Kelleys. Heck with that NASCAR. All they do is go left-hand turns in circles, anyways, right? I might have just offended a lot of people.
Hey, now.
Sorry.
NASCAR is pretty fun.
Well, I guess. So, Wallens Animal Ranch says it's 93 in New Mexico and super windy. Ouch. 93, I'm not looking forward to those days, although they're going to be here soon enough. Windy, yes, we've had piles of that, but definitely don't want the 93-degree days. So Gail says bullets in Mama's lap, and he's in his happiest place. Yeah, look at him.
Yeah.
He is having a blast. Aren't you, Bullet? Don't bite me. Say hey to the camera. Yeah.
He's yawning pretty good.
So Snuff Dipper says he'd rather watch paint dry than us.
No,
I hope you.
NASCAR.
I think he was talking about us. That hurt my feelings, Snuff Dipper. I'm assuming you mean NASCAR, absolutely. Oh, goodness gracious. So Pamela says she's lost her 2-year-old cat Thursday. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, hopefully you can get over that loss. I dread the day that this little guy is no longer around. That is absolutely her baby right there.
We just get so close to animals. They're like children to us. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine how you feel.
Yeah, so sorry for that. Let's see here. Big Wave Florida says you're right about the time to mow. I had all intentions of mowing my place, and Mr. Water Pump on the tractor decided he wanted to be changed. How about that? Isn't that the way that stuff works out? I have got to change my hydraulic fluid and filter before long. I've already got my oil and filter here, so we're going to have a tractor servicing video coming up here before long. Plenty of stuff to do. Let's see here. Oklahoma, 81 and windy. Well, my goodness, y'all are having our weather right there, says Karen. NASCAR always goes to the left. Isn't that correct? When they do go to the right, it's usually a spectacular crash. They're not supposed to go right. Okay, Pamela says the buffering quit. Must be on her end. I certainly hope so. I don't know how to boost the signal anymore until we can get some of that satellite internet on the way. So Donald says it's 59 up where he's at, and we got Arizona in the house from Sue, Cynthia, all kinds of people. So we did receive a package this week. I thought it was from Mr. Donald because he had emailed me and said something's on the way. I'm not so certain anymore. So whoever Robert D is, I don't know if D stands for Donald. Mr. Donald, you're going to have to let me know. Otherwise, I've got to go back up to the post office and figure out what the heck is going on here and check and see. But somebody sent us a package. We're going to open our first ever package on a live stream.
Look at Billy, he's like, was that food?
Well, he hears the plastic bag and thinks it's food. Hopefully nothing jumps out and bites us and we don't regret opening packages on the live stream. But we're about to find out right now. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off and see what we have here. So for starters, we have a Matchbox Dodge Ram. I guess because we always make the Duramax comment, so we've got a Dodge Ram. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, I think I know what this is. I think somebody has another sense of humor. Somebody has another sense of humor. I think it's a dump trailer. Now I have 2 dump trailers. Awesome. Check that out, guys. I have a dump trailer.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. You see, we got the hydraulic ram in there and everything, and it goes behind my Dodge Ram that apparently now I like. So, man, somebody has a sense of humor just like Tiffany there. I've got my second dump trailer. That's not the dump trailer I'm looking for, but thank you so much. We'll put it on the mantle in the new house. Got me another dump trailer, so check that out, guys. Woohoo! I can't carry a whole lot of compost and stuff in this one, but y'all were listening. Y'all were actually listening. I've got my dump trailer now, so thank you so much.
It's about as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was a bit nervous opening the package. You don't never know what you're gonna pull out. So, hey, I'm happy with that. Thank you so much. So, pretty funny gift there. All right. So Mr. Donald has question marks. Yes. I'm curious, Mr. Donald. This does say eBay on it. So was that you? If it was, thank you so much. Like I said, I don't know.
He said, "Yep, that's it."
All right, good deal. Woo! So that was Mr. Donald. I got concerned because it says Robert on the package, not Donald, but there's a D on it, so I'm assuming that stands for Donald there.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for the dump trailer. It's going to get a lot of use around the farm here. I'm going to have to make a ton of trips hauling sand and rock and compost in this,
right.
but at least I finally do have a legitimate dump trailer behind, I guess, a legitimate truck, right? I'm going to have to move over to the Dodge crowd. So thanks for the chuckle, the good laugh, and the dump trailer. So y'all been listening. Thank you. Oh, goodness. So here we go. The Dodge is better. It has a Hemi. I know. Here we go. And we're probably going to have Duramax stuff here in a minute. Everything else coming out. Oh, goodness. So like I was saying, here's what's coming up on the videos this week. Last week, yes, smorgasbord. So appreciate y'all tolerating and watching us going out on the boat again and all the other videos that we had this past week. The next 2 days is going to be a little bit of a smorgasbord. I've actually kind of spent a lot of time editing and recording videos over the last couple of days. And then we will get into the house, so that's coming up. We have a tractor mower repair video coming up this week, mowing the pasture, mowing the yard because it has been growing like weeds. We're supposed to get a bunch of 80-degree days. We have a new tool reveal, actually a couple of them. One you will see, I think, tomorrow. And then a couple days after that, we'll have a new tool reveal, back to working on the house. What else do we have going on this week? I'm already kind of filling my week up right there anyways. And she's looking at me going, it better just be you working on the house this week. But somebody's got to take care of the property too now. We got to do some mowing, my goodness.
Well, I might get another day off. I can mow.
Oh, yeah, you can mow. All right, well, that's fine. I'll put you to work. Let's do it. Another exciting thing that I forgot to tell you about, I got an email yesterday, and our shirts have shipped.
Nice.
Yes, they're in Tampa right now, so not very far away from us, quite a few hours.
So hopefully we'll have them on next Sunday.
That's exactly right. And we may go ahead and show them off in a video this week. Why not? Let's go ahead and do that early. But our new merch has shipped, our new logo. I pray that it looks good on the shirts. We will show that off potentially this week on a video or two, for sure on the live stream next week. And if everybody kind of gives us a thumbs up and we're happy with the logo, we're going to go ahead and launch our merch and do that over the next couple of weeks and explain the way that whole process works. But I am very excited about that. I really am, because it is legitimately the oak tree here, a picture I took. It was transferred, and you'll be able to see that the picture went from green and colorful to black and white, even a piece of moss hanging from it. It is absolutely our tree 100%, and I like the way the logo looks. I think I do. Hopefully it's just not too big on the shirts. That's why we want to order some and get some in. So thank y'all so much for that. Everybody's been asking about that. So Pamela asked a great question. What is for supper, Tiffany?
We are actually making Italian meatball spaghetti in the Instapot.
We?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I am. I don't know
You'll
what
be
my part is.
filming
All right.
while I cook.
We, as in I'll be eating some.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I'll
counts.
film it. So, yes, Italians, what'd you say? Meatballs and
It's
spaghetti?
Italian meatball spaghetti in the Instapot.
All right. Yeah.
My second favorite thing to cook in. So
Yeah. Well, we're trying it a new way, though, right? We've never done it just all in the Instant Pot, noodles and all. So it's going to be a new way we're trying tonight. It could work out horribly or great, and no matter how it tastes, I'm going to tell y'all it is amazing. Because it's always awesome to have a wife to cook for you. But we are trying it a new little bit. Well, I keep saying we. She's trying it a new way tonight, and I'm going to eat it. So we'll see how that works out. So William Smith says, you know, you might be able to pick up a small used dump truck instead of going with a dump trailer. I have thought about that. The only thing I don't like about the dump truck option is more insurance, another tag to register, tires, wheels to keep up with, fuel, another engine to service. I don't know, but you're correct. Dump trailers are in high demand right now. I'm going for big money around here. A dump truck could be an option. It really could. She looks super excited about that. Thank you, William. Awesome. Ah, well, kick.
maybe one day. I didn't kick you.
She kicked me.
I did not kick
Okay, maybe she didn't kick me. All right, so Richard asks, is it a strap nailer? It is a metal connector nailer in a sense. So I don't want to get too much into it. I almost bought a specific metal connector nailer, but they're quite expensive. And I bought one that is a multi-purpose nailer. It may not be absolutely perfect at metal connecting, but it is a backup framing nailer. It has interchangeable tips. I'm going to show that off this week. I'm excited about it because it also shoots the same exact size nails that my current framing nailer has and all the thousands of nails that I currently have in the shop. So I think it's going to be a good addition for me. If I was building houses for a living, yes, I would have a dedicated metal strap nailer or metal connector nailer because they're a lot more compact, a lot more lightweight. But I've got to watch the money right now, and I did not want to spend the money on just a dedicated nailer. Now, we're going to be building decks and potentially add on down the road. This is going to get a whole lot of use, no doubt. But I have thousands upon thousands of metal connecting nails to drive into the house over just the next few weeks alone. So this is going to get monotonous. But I have another tool out there. It's not really a tool, but I guess it kind of is. That video tomorrow will show off, and y'all are going to be like, yes, you should have already had that. Why did you not have that? And it's going to help me out greatly, and it's going to make work much safer than what I'm currently doing. I won't say no more about that because that video is coming. Let's see here. Registers farm use will be cheap, says Snuff Dipper. Hey, I already do that. A lot of people ask me about those pine trees back there. Probably the number one intended purpose of the pine trees was privacy. Number two, tax write-offs. People don't underestimate tax write-offs from farming or tree farming. I don't know how it is in your state, but that is probably the number one type of farming in my area is pine tree farming. Then it gets into all crop farming. So it's absolutely allowed around here. You can write a lot of stuff off because of those trees right there. Don't forget that. So Ravar Buckle says, hello from Illinois. Love your channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us. Let's grab another. Yep. Josie says, where's Bullet's chair? That's what I just asked. Where is Bullet, by the way?
He's kind of roaming around now, but I might get it out in a little bit.
Maybe we'll see. Believe it or not, it is not cold here. He probably really doesn't
Right.
want to sit by the fire. It was,
That's what I think.
yeah, it was like 78, 80 degrees today. Sorry to rub that in your face for people up north. I don't think he really wants to sit by the fire. We have it more for ambiance than anything else tonight.
But it's going to get a little bit cooler here.
Yeah, as soon as the sun settles, we may get back there. Let's see here. We're gonna have to get that on a shirt. So Kevin asks, have I ever looked into a dump insert for one of the trucks? No, I haven't. That maybe is something I should look into. Or if Chris is still on from in the wood yard, maybe I should get one of those Harbor Freight rollout tarps that he used in one of his trucks that he tore up literally 5 minutes after installing it. So yeah, maybe I don't want one of those dump options. If Bullet is looking for a scare, we keep seeing him run that way, then that way. Actually, when he walks back and forth like that, Bullet is looking at doing something else you probably don't want to see on camera. He might be looking to leave me a surprise in the yard when he starts walking himself like that. So William says might be able to get a farm equipment plate, move around from for multiple equipment. I have never heard of one of those in my area, but that could absolutely be an option. That's something that I will have to look into without a doubt. All right, so Ralph just jumped on. Welcome, Ralph. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on and chatting with us. Leo Kelley, the one that's always getting on to me that I'm spelling our name wrong. I think he's spelling his name wrong. Where's your EY there, buddy? You took the lazy route out, that's the way I look at it, and decided to skip the EY. I can give him a hard time because he's always giving me a hard time. I think he did again this morning. Oh, there he is. Love your channel, but you spell your last name wrong.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty sure you spell your last name wrong,
But
Leo.
half the family spells theirs that
We
way,
are not
too.
getting into all that. We're not getting into all that. Believe it or not, yes, some of my family spells with a Y and EY, and you're going to ask how. I don't know. But
They got it wrong on the birth certificate.
But
is
the
what we
proper way is EY, and that includes you, Leo. And I wish I had my Uncle Tim Kelley on here, who spells his correctly, to
Correct.
back me up, even though he's not my real uncle. But I met him from Texas. How about that? So Sue says it's 93 there right now, time to go to the mountains. I don't blame you. 93 is mighty hot for April. That is way too soon to have that kind of temperature. So Pamela says with lumber prices the way they are, you might have $1 million crop out there. You're exactly right. We might could. I hadn't thought about that, but I really don't want a stump field in my backyard. But for $1 million, I'd have to really
We should
consider.
have planted more trees.
Yeah, maybe we should have, but those are nowhere. By the time those are ready for lumber,
Right.
lumber will be back to nothing. It'll be cheap as dirt. We'll see. So Michael just jumped on from Michigan. Thank you for jumping on. A Outdoors is on. Appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us. And Jim says he loved the fishing episode. So who of us two is the better fisherman? I'll let her answer that. I'm not going to say a word. Whatever she says is correct.
You've been fishing since how old?
You're just making up excuses. Doesn't matter how long I've been fishing. I'm the better fisher. Her 5 cast in, I haven't caught nothing. I'm done.
I'm not fishing if I'm not catching.
No. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
But she doesn't fish, and she wonders why she doesn't catch. Come on, people, back me up here. You've got to fish to catch.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's 5 casts, and this is stupid.
And then I wait to see if he starts catching
And then as soon as I start catching something,
back up.
she starts fishing. And then it's, my lure is not exactly like your lure. I need what you're fishing with. Then you put that on, then she still doesn't catch nothing. Then it's just, I'm eating a sandwich. Yep, that's her. That's why she likes offshore fishing.
Yes,
'Cause
every
typic-
time you throw the bait down, you
Pretty
pull
much.
something up.
Yeah.
That's my kind of fishing right there. You got it right.
Yeah. She hates
pull up
bass
the big
fishing
ones.
because if y'all bass fish, you know that every now and then you might catch one or two. It might go hours and hours without it. She can't stand it. Now, she does love being on the boat. She does love being in the sun. So if she's not fishing, she's not like, take me home. She'll just lay back there in the sun and enjoy herself.
Oh yeah, I'll have fun still.
Uh-oh.
Is he laying down? He needs his chair.
He's
Okay.
laying right by the fire pit.
I'll get his
Look at
chair.
him. He
Poor
might
thing,
actually
he's
need
in
his
the
chair.
dirt.
All right, so David Pugh just jumped on and said, love the channel from Central Virginia. Thank you so much for chatting with us. John is on, says a bunch of good videos. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And Greg asked, how have we met? You want to tell the story or you want me to? Because I'm gonna spice it up.
You go. Oh God.
So I was at a bodybuilding competition. I used to be really, okay, I'm lying. Believe it or not, how we met was the only blind date I have ever been on in my entire life. I didn't believe him, didn't care. She had a friend that knew a friend of mine, and her friend said, hey, y'all have got to meet. Y'all like that same crazy rock music and everything else. We like things that just weren't common. Y'all should meet. So I went over to the next neighboring town, which we were rivalries with, you know, football and everything else. Didn't really even want to be over there. You don't date girls from that rivalry town. But anyways, met at a Jiffy store. What, you just got out of prom, I think it was?
Yes, I went to prom with my best friend.
Yep, she just got out of prom. I'm at the Jiffy store, laying up against the truck, trying to play it all cool. She comes bebopping out, having a good time from prom. And I said immediately, oh no, this girl way too feisty for me. This ain't happening, whatever. And she basically bebops right up to me like, who are you and what are you about? And yada yada. I'm like, oh, this girl's way too forward and feisty for me. This ain't happening. So we wound up going to get together that night, and I talked with her a little more, wound up getting her number. Next day we got on the river, which is about all there is to do around here. Wound up meeting with her on the boat, and kind of, I guess,
Been together ever since.
the rest is history. What was that, going on 17 years ago?
17 years ago.
Wow.
Yep. Actually, this month.
Yeah, this month. I knew that. I even know.
April 24th.
I was going to say that. I knew the date too. I was testing her, y'all. April 24th of
2004?
no. You said how many years?
17.
Yeah, 2004. That was it. I knew that. Just testing her. But that's what it was. First and only blind date ever. Absolutely only one.
Yeah, same here.
Yep. So Team Danzer asked if Bullet was cooking his food. He might have been. He literally does that. Well, at least that's what we call it. He will grab one of his nuggets, which he's doing right now. A lot of times he'll put it on the ground by the fire. He'll come back, check it. We call it cooking it. He'll roll it around. Nope, not ready. He'll look away for a minute. Come back, roll it around again. Nope, still not ready. And then once it's ready, ding, he picks it up and chews it. And
Pretty entertaining.
it is pretty entertaining. Oh, he almost grabbed one. I was hoping he was going to do it on camera. So Anthony Rotundo, I believe I said your name's correct. Go Knowles. You must be from the area. How about that? Welcome. There was another question I was going to answer up here. So Gail says more spearfishing. I certainly hope to help you with that. And if y'all wanted to see more fishing and spearfishing, don't forget to check out that video on the other channel where I included much more catching, much more diving, and less of the scenery side of things. So the Kelley's Outdoors, link's always in the description of every video. If you would like to go over and check out the, like I said, more fishing, spearfishing side of things. Let's see here. Okay, so Sharon says, I think Andrew takes Tiffany along so he doesn't have to grab the net himself. In case you didn't notice, with her fly swatting my fish, trying to knock them off the line because she was upset, I do believe. I think she was trying to knock my fish off. I started grabbing the net myself, and then I started fly swatting the fish and couldn't get them in the net myself. So we might need to get a new net in our future. Who knows? And I do have a longer pole one in there, but they are like 1953 nets. And when the hook gets in them, you ain't getting the hook out. You might as well cut your net open. We just don't do a whole lot of inshore fishing. That's the reason I don't really have a good net. We typically do offshore where you kind of gaff bigger fish. But the way the wind has been, we've yet to actually get offshore. So Vaso or Vaso, I hope I'm saying your name correct, says hello from Greece. Wow. All the way across the pond, as I constantly say. Thank you so much for chatting with us and jumping on our live stream. It's nice to have you here. Reading a few more comments. Give me a second. So Pamela says, love at first sight. Well, kind of. On that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I was like, she's attractive, but like I said, the way she was bebopping up there, I thought she was gonna knock me out. She was a spunky thing back then, and still kind of is. Quit kicking me. Goodness gracious. Anyways, so it wasn't so much love as scared to death.
Whatever. You are so dramatic. You fell in love with me.
Apparently I did, because I have toughed you out for 17 years. How about that?
Toughed me out.
Yeah, Pamela says last blind date. I certainly hope so. It needs to be.
Absolutely.
Oh, I seen him grab a nugget.
He's going over there to eat.
I thought he was going to cook it. If he doesn't like to cook his nuggets, we're talking about Bullet again. He likes to roll them around in dirt for some reason. Weirdo. Absolute weirdo. Let's see here. So we got New Jersey in the house. Robert, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us. Athens, Greece is where, okay. Well, he says I said it right. I don't know if it was Vaso or Vaso. We'll see. One of the two. Thank you so much for jumping on. That's awesome. I have no idea what time it is all the way over there in Greece. It's got to be that far forward. Probably late as can be at night is what I'm thinking. But we do appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us. So Larry asked, are we near Perry? We're not too terribly far from Perry. We're kind of up between Perry and Tallahassee, kind of halfway in between. But believe it or not, I used to work in Perry back in the day. You used to work in Perry back in the day. So we are very familiar with it, but not too terribly far at all from it. Oh, so Pamela's, Miss Pamela, she's after my heart. She says, Tiffany is the best fisherman. She caught that Kelley boy. Yeah. I 100% agree.
Sure did.
Oh, you're making me blush.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and what do you mean sinker? I'm not sinking you. I'm not dragging you down. This was going splendidly, and you messed that up. Whatever. So Yukon Cornelius, hey, love that name, if that's your actual name. But Awesome says, chatting from Yellowstone, Wyoming. Speaking of Yellowstone, boy, we
Yes.
can't wait for our Yellowstone show to come back home.
We
Whether it's
love that
actually
show.
shot out there or not, but what a beautiful area of the country. Never been out there, want to go out there so bad. I am jealous, absolutely jealous. So hopefully the weather's good for you out there as well. So Jim asked, do we two hunt as well as fish? I absolutely hunt and fish. What about you, Tiffany? Do you hunt?
Yeah, a bird hunt.
Yeah. She socializes and hunts. She likes dove hunting, where you stand out in the field and can holler. Actually, hollering is a big part of dove hunting. Wear whatever you want.
I don't sit still very well.
Sit in a chair. That's her type of hunting.
Yeah.
Tree stand hunting and sitting still and being patient. Oh no, that's not her thing at all. And I've got this gigantic, nice shooting house down there too. That's literally a condo that she could sit in. How many times you been hunting with me in that thing, baby?
Oh, about 4.
You actually have?
Yeah.
Oops.
But you haven't been in it very much either, so.
Oh no, I hunted a pile this past season. Thank you. You're hunting a lot. We'll argue off camera about
Okay.
this, but she likes socializing and hunting, but she does like fishing. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
That's good enough. She likes to get outdoors with me, so I appreciate having somebody that is passionate about some of the things I am. You want to start working in the garden with me?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I planted onions yesterday.
Oh goodness. Yeah, we're gonna have to show those off on camera. She's been planting onions in the most unique fashion that I have never seen.
We're
But
gonna see if it works.
they're actually already growing.
Are they?
I already seen one coming out.
Nice.
Yep, it's
Good
kind of
deal.
not the right time of year for onions, but we'll see. We'll show you her planting coming up on a video or two. So Luna Tuna says hello from Ohio. Thank you so much for jumping on and chatting with us. So Shay says Andrew outkicked his coverage. I don't know what you mean by that. Elaborate a little more there, Shay. We're gonna have to see what you're talking about. The second is Vaso again, but in Greek. I want to make sure I get your name right, and you should say the name without the American accent. I can't do that. How do I say? I don't know how Greek speaks. So Vaso. Is that Vaso? Is that better than without my American accent? I can't help it, man. I am country as a turnip green, and I'm going to say it how I say it. That's right. But thank you so much for chatting with us.
Oh my gosh.
So Matt Jenkins jumped on. Thank you for jumping on and joining us, Matt. Good to hear from you. Jelena jumped on.
You
Says
said way
hello.
better.
All right. There we go. Way better. We'll take it. There we go. Let's see here. Do you put any of your hunting on the other channel? Absolutely. I hunted a tremendous amount last year as far as deer hunting goes. Carried cameras with me every time, and it's the worst season I ever had. So unsuccessful. Had tons of deer around, just could never get them out in front of me. That's why there's not a whole lot of hunting on that channel right now. It's kind of more fishing. That's what Florida's known for anyways, and I can fish year round. But last season was not good. But absolutely, I put that on the other channel. Sorry, reading some more questions. So Richard said when the first time he talked to his wife, she threatened him saying, I better not ignore. That's kind of what Tiffany did to me.
No, I did not.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what she did. That's how I remember it. I mean, it's been 17 years. I might have forgot a little thing or two, but you know, it is.
You're so crazy.
So Snuff Dipper says, Andrew, the days go by working, fast working home. I know mine do. I can't believe how fast they go. They absolutely do. When I get out there in the mornings, by the time, now I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of my day is waking up in the morning, editing videos, getting things ready, uploading. So there goes a couple hours right there. And then by the time I get out to the house, it's not just walk out the house, start working. It's an hour's worth of setting up air hoses, extension cords, carrying the tools out, setting up sawhorses, getting all that stuff ready. And then by the time you get a few hours of work done, yeah, the day is absolutely gone. Right back in the shop it goes, another hour's worth of putting tools up, breaking everything down. Then it's back to the computer, doing a little editing. Before you know it, we're in bed. It's 10 o'clock at night, sometimes a little earlier. I do like my sleep. And still checking on videos, so the day flies by. But I promise you, I love it. Not complaining, wouldn't have it any other way. This is the life I feel like I am supposed to live. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to chat with us, watch the videos, support us. I truly appreciate it. Hey now, that wood don't grow on trees. That woman can burn some firewood. Let's see. Deb Galls, I hope I said that right, says, hi there, Kelley's, love your channel. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And Shay says he is blessed that his wife has kept him for 30 years. I certainly hope, we're a little over halfway there, but I certainly hope that one right there keeps me for 30 years. Time will tell, we shall see. And Sue has to jump off. Thank you so much for chatting with us, Miss Sue. Good to have you on. And let's see here, reading a few more questions. Give me a second. So A Outdoors says you've been putting a hurting on the wild hogs. I just don't have them around here. If I did, I'd be putting a hurting on them too, and we'd be cooking those for you. Don't have a problem with that at all. And Yukon says, how do I cut all this grass behind me? So I have a Snapper commercial zero-turn mower that will outcut anything I have, but I also have a flail mower for the John Deere tractor and a big 8-foot finish mower. And believe it or not, my 60-inch Snapper zero-turn is so fast, it'll outcut an 8-foot finish mower behind the tractor. But let's face it, tractor has cab, AC, music. It is hard to not jump in that thing and want to cut the majority of the property. It's so convenient, so nice. But you're going to see a little bit of that this week because I have to mow all this behind me. I've got a lot of weed eating to do. It's starting to take over some of my raised beds out here, citruses, and the pasture has yet to be mowed this year. It's absolutely going to have to be mowed. So you will get some of those videos here towards the end of this week. So Richard says, if you don't mind me asking, what did you do for work before? Well, I do mine, and I'm telling you. I'm cutting up, Richard. No problem at all. So I've talked about it a few times on the channel. So the last little over 9 years I spent at a company who I will not say the name, who is very particular about being spoken about. But it is a paper company. I used to do, or I was in the pulp and paper industry. So I worked a lot of different jobs at mill. Started out just doing an hourly shift work job, kind of worked my way up through the ranks, eventually went into management. And when I left that company, I was a manager, what was called an optimizer. I was responsible for the people, the process, the projects, everything, how to streamline it, how to make the money, how to make it more productive, etc. So I'd have my hands in a little bit of everything. But I was over the wood yard there that brought in all those pine trees like you see behind me, debarked them, chipped them up, and sent them through a dissolving or a kind of almost like a pressure cooking process that separated chips into individual pulp fibers. And then it went on to another module that I was over. I was over 3 different modules to where it was screened and kind of clean. Ultimately, all that stuff, without getting into details, I can't give away trade secrets, anything like that. That stuff winds up in, you couldn't imagine, LCD TVs, gelatin casings for peels, clothing, filter media for air and oil filters, tire cord, all kinds of stuff. It was sold as kind of a bulk product to a bunch of different people that would then refine it and process it down more to whatever their process desired. So that's what I did the last 9 years before I ultimately walked away from that industry, and probably the best paying job in the area, to be honest with you. It was a big decision to walk away from that and pursue YouTube, but it was just not fulfilling anymore. I enjoyed the job. I appreciated the opportunity. That's what provided a lot of what you see here, the property, some of the savings that we had to help build the house. But I put in literally thousands of hours of overtime there, 12, 16-hour days, worked some weekends, on call 24/7. It got to where the job was, like I said, it just wasn't fulfilling. I started dabbling in YouTube a little bit, discovered there was a potential for income here. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm putting more time and hours and more effort into this for the least amount of money that I ever had in my life, but it's so much more fulfilling. I can't even describe it. So again, that's what I did, walked away from that job, pursuing this now. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, at least I can say I tried. And another thank you to all y'all for allowing me to do what I'm doing now. I'm home every night now. That's something I used to not be able to do. There used to be all the time that I didn't see her for 2 weeks, working shift work and crazy hours. So very thankful for the time home that y'all are allowing me to do. Thankful for the time with her, sleeping in my bed every night. Sometimes sleeping by her if she doesn't kick me out on the couch. It's been awesome. So thank y'all so much. All right, I might have lied about the last part. I kicked her out to her to get to the couch. Might have lied about that part too. So we'll see. So that's what I did without getting into too much trade secrets. Obviously, I can't speak a whole lot about my last job, and don't even really want to speak for who I work for. Just, that's just the type of company they are. They want to keep things the way that they are. But pulp and paper industry, that's those paper mills you drive by and they smell horrible. I used to work in one of those right there.
I actually got to get dinner going here.
We'll go get that dinner started. Do I need to bring the camera over?
Yep.
All right.
I'll let you know in just a second.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. We're gonna pull the camera off here in just a second, show what she's cooking, and then we're probably gonna come back for some more Q&A portion of this while it actually cooks, then go back when this is done. So we're not Blackstoning it now, we're Instapotting it. So we gotta jump a little bit back and forth. While she gets that ready, I'm gonna answer a few more questions that y'all might have. So Mr. Harry just jumped on. That's the guy, if y'all watched the video earlier this week, that gave me the log tongs for the tractor. I discovered a new way to use them this week. Oh my goodness, you talk about a back saver. Thank you so much, Mr. Harry, again for those tongs. Awesome, really do appreciate it. Uh-oh, so Farm Family Homestead says I'm buffering. That's the second person that says I'm buffering now. Again, I don't know if it's on your end or mine, but y'all let me know that. So John says he's got to jump off. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let me grab this camera and show you what Miss Tiffany is cooking. Then we'll come back to some of these questions that y'all have. Oh, who is that ugly guy? All right, so what do we got?
So if y'all missed it earlier, we were telling y'all that we're going to cook Italian meatball spaghetti in the Instapot.
Mm-hmm.
And I already browned up my meatballs, and these are not frozen. These are real Italian meatballs.
Yep,
So
she hand patted those up earlier, so it's hard to show you all that because it was prepared actually before the live stream even started. We're trying to figure out how to do some of this. All right, everybody says we're not buffering. Thank y'all so
I
much for
already
that.
have my green peppers from the garden from last year and some onion in here.
Yep. You can absolutely freeze peppers.
Y'all, this Instapot is a lifesaver. I don't know if y'all have one, but this thing is just amazing what all it can do.
Yep.
But we are trying a new recipe tonight, so we'll see how this goes.
I was a big skeptic of the Instapot, but she has cooked so many meals in there. It's unreal. And it's so quick and easy. It really is.
All right. So we're going to be a little healthier here and have some red lentil spaghetti. But it's real spaghetti, I'm going to tell Andrew.
Yeah, lentils. Lentils sounds like real spaghetti to me. Or we do zoodles.
Yeah, sometimes we do zoodles.
Yep, which come straight out of the garden. So if y'all have never had lentils, try them, I guess.
All right, so I put my noodles on top of my meatballs there, and then I'm gonna add my sauce here.
Homemade, I canned that last year.
Sure.
Not really.
And then we like a real hearty sauce. I'm gonna add some fire roasted tomatoes too.
Yes.
Well, I thought I was.
Cut.
I have to reopen my can here.
Just smack it.
Yep. Let me.
All right, check. Anyways, while you're doing that, somebody says they want to look at the bay boat. So this is a 2017 Nautic Star 2140. And for the low price of, I don't know, $100,000, it can be yours. All right, that's a joke. But if you'll pay me $100,000, you can have it. So it's still full of all the gear that's drying from when we just went out on the trip the other day. So there it is. Not a whole lot to show off. And Kevin says, I need a set of log tongs, just build an arch. I've been curious about log arches myself. Pamela says you are a real cook.
Oh, I am? Oh, awesome.
Hey.
Thank you for the compliment.
She ain't no microwave girl. I will gladly take this lady any day of the week.
Gonna add some more Italian seasoning. We love our seasoning.
Yes, we do.
Pepper.
She said a Tiffany blooper. Yep, we finally had one. I've had a ton of them. She finally had hers. Oh, that seasoning smells good.
And I love this Greek seasoning. I put on everything just about. We are all about our seasonings. Speaking of that, I have my garlic in there. I'm going to put a little bit of oil, which I should have probably already put on there before I put my sauce, just to kind of keep the noodles loose. And that's olive oil. All right, let me get my water. I'll be right back.
All right, and I'll answer a few more questions while she's doing that. So Shay says, have you figured out if you need a quick disconnect? Shay, I can't remember what you're talking about on the quick disconnect. Please elaborate a little more and I will answer you. And Luna Tuna says, nice boat. Thank you so much. Kingwood, awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for the donation. Bullet even says thank you. Yep, there he goes. And he says, get some fish bait or wall spray. Wall spray is probably what I'm going to need to purchase with that. So thank you so much for the donation. We truly do appreciate it. Wow, that actually smells good. And she hasn't even started cooking yet. Oh, what do we got now?
All right, so it says, the recipe says to fill up the jar full of water.
Recipe?
Yes.
Your recipe.
And you don't want to pour it off the noodles. You want to keep it away from the noodles.
It's so crazy how this
I
thing
know.
works that you can just
I
put it
know.
all in the pot and be done with it.
And then, of course, our garlic, which we love garlic, so just do that to taste, however anybody likes it. And that's all you do, and you put the lid on, and you put it on for 10 minutes, and then you seal it and let it cook.
Do your thing, girl. All right, so welcome to our outdoor kitchen. All right, so I'm going to go back over here and put the camera up. Y'all give me just a second, and we'll answer some more questions. Hey, and we're back. All right. Bullet needs a second name called Radar, says Glenn. You're exactly right, because without a doubt, if he hears a rapper, anything, he's coming out. Or if he smells anything, look at him right here. He's waiting on her. He's just praying something hits the ground. All right, so Max says that's a nice boat. Thank you so much. And Joshua says the tree's looking great. Yeah, I actually got a little bit better view of it right now since the camera's kind of cattywampus. There's you another southern word. Write that down. And you can see it. Shay says the AC quick disconnect. It's the outside box that the AC ties into. You're not ringing the bell with me, buddy. AC quick disconnect. Did I mention that on one of the videos? Like AC is an air conditioning? You have to elaborate a little more. Sorry, Shay. I am dragging today. I can't quite remember what that is. Let's see here.
You said, have you ever figured out if you needed a quick disconnect yet?
Yeah, the AC, the outside box. I'm still trying to figure out what he's talking about. Elaborate more on it, and I'm probably going to go, oh, that's exactly what you mean. As of right now, I'm a little behind on that. All right, so y'all have any more questions while we're waiting for the Instapot to cook? Y'all are kind of dragging on me tonight. There's got to be something y'all are curious about. Trying to think of what else we could talk about while we're waiting on food. So obviously the tree is looking real good. That's going to be what's on the logo of the shirt. Again, we're going to show that off. And Leo Kelley, that spells his name wrong, asked where I got my propane tanks from. Some of those come with our last camper. Some of them, where did I purchase one of those other ones from? I think Tractor Supply, they sell them. I think I purchased one from there. I can't remember what else, but we go through a ton of propane around here because we're constantly using the gas grill, the Blackstone, swapping those back and forth. Oh, the deep fryer, which we don't really use that a whole lot. So we're constantly changing those out. We always have to keep one or two. Plus we have a propane powered generator and Hurricane State and everything else. We want to keep some propane on hand. And we actually heard something today. I don't know if this is true or not. I heard they're extending or making hurricane season bigger now. I'm going to start it in May this year, the officials say, instead of June, because we've been getting such early active season. Any of y'all heard that? I did not like hearing that today. I hope they don't think that we're going to start having a bunch of early seasons now. So Max says his son just asked me about the kayak that she has on the wall. That'd be a great kayak for a new beginner looking into buying a kayak. Yep, that is a Lifetime Teton Angler. It's the cheapest kayak I could find by far that actually has a real seat. So your back feels so much more comfortable in that thing than the more just sitting on the plastic floor. And you're elevated, your legs don't go to sleep on you. Highly recommend that kayak if you're looking for something cheap with a real seat on it. Let's see here. Pamela says the oak tree is beautiful with the sun going down. It is. That is our back porch view right there, y'all. I cannot wait to we're on the back porch looking at that.
Look behind you.
What are we all looking at now? Full moon coming up
Tonight.
So that means she's gonna get crazy. She's warning me. Y'all pray for me.
No, our property looks so gorgeous at night on a full moon. You can literally like throw a football across the yard. You can see anything. It's so neat out here.
So Shay says it's an air conditioner with a 30 to 40 amp breaker, and it has a pull switch for quick disconnect. No, buddy, I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar with those. Usually whenever you do ACs around here, you just do a outside box with a actual throw breaker on it. So I'm not sure about the pull one that you're talking about there. That's why it wasn't ringing a bell for me. So Big Wave says, how's the permitting process going on the house? The permits are officially done. Got all that done originally. I thought I paid a lot of money, but after hearing some of y'all a few live streams back, sounds like we got a killer deal on permits. Y'all have mentioned in some other states that y'all are paying thousands upon thousands of thousands of dollars, or it's based on the overall value of the house. That's crazy to me. That's stupid. That's wrong. That doesn't even seem right. But permitting and all that's done, I just have to continue to go through the inspection process until everything's signed off on. And obviously that'll be all the way down to, I don't even really know what the last thing is they test before we get the final sign off and occupancy entry there. So that's going to be many, many months from now. But permit's good now that they've done, just stuck it to us. I'll say it in a nice way, I felt like. But again, after talking with some of y'all, it sounds like we might have actually turned out pretty good on the cost of permits. It just still blows my mind how they can say, oh, you're going to pay us this much money, or you're not going to do it. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So Bullet's like always probably like, why are you talking to the wall? Or I guess we kind of are talking to a wall, aren't we? Well, we're talking to a camera. Bullet doesn't care. All he's doing is looking for crumbs, cooking his food, and being by a fire.
He is waiting for the food.
He probably does think we are a bit crazy. Thank goodness we don't have neighbors around here. They're the ones that might think we're crazy. That we do have a neighbor close enough that Mike can hear us through the woods, probably wondering why every Sunday night sounds like we're just randomly talking to whoever. It is what it is. Heck with them.
Maureen asked if I spearfish. Well, I do not spearfish. I would love to, but I cannot clear my ears, and I'm scared of sharks. So somebody has to stay above the water on the boat, keeping an eye out for those fins and other boaters in the area, because people, even though you have your dive flag up, people still don't pay attention to that, and they just think they'll just run right past you. And
crazy boaters.
so you always have to have someone up there on the boat keeping an eye on things and helping get the fish in the boat. So that's my job.
Yep. So James says, where's the bass fishing or best bass fishing in our area? Honestly, it's the small rivers in my mind. We have a bunch of big lakes and stuff around here, but they get hit hard to fish. I like the small little back creeks and rivers. You don't catch big bass usually, but you catch more of them. So pretty much any small river in our area is where I feel like is some of the best. Oh, Rodney says, so how often do I see sharks when we go out? We see sharks pretty much every single time we go out on the salt water. Actually, Tiffany was that last clip in the video where we were at that big sandbar finishing the day up. She's standing in the water. I'm in the boat. We're listening to music, talking, and she turns around and there is they're little sharks coming right at her. Gets within about 5 feet from her, notices that, uh-oh, what is that? He shoots the other way. She kind of says or hollers, whatever she hollers, and that's just kind of common, I guess, especially out there on those sandbars. Those little 3-foot bonnet head sharks are everywhere. Now, offshore, I've actually had some bad encounters. I've had 7, 8, 9-foot sharks try to take fish out of my hand that I just speared. I've even had encounters with sharks I didn't realize I had. Come home from spearfishing, go to edit the video, get to flipping through and watch a shark come out of the abyss, fly up at my fins, and dart off, and I had no idea because I'm looking up going for air. So you got to understand it's their world. I'm out there in it. Even with the experiences I've had living near the coast, I don't know anybody personally that's ever been bit by a shark or an alligator. It's just kind of the way it is around here. They're curious. They do come in. I've had some bad experiences. I've had friends had bad experiences, but we've all been very fortunate that nobody's been bit. It's their world, and we dive in it is really how it works. There's always inherent risk with any of that. So Gail says, is your storm shelter complete already? In capital letters with hurricanes. Almost. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I actually had a very good experience with someone that approached me about a product. And you got to understand, when you do YouTube videos and your channel starts getting a little bigger, mine's still very small, ours is still very small, I get approached almost daily from Chinese companies and everything else. Hey, promote our product, do this, and we'll give you a free toothbrush holder or whatever the heck it is they want you to promote. And you're like, oh no, just leave me alone, quit blowing my email up with this junk. But the reason I'm waiting, I have everything in to complete the storm shelter, waiting on one product. I had a company reach out to me with a legitimate, awesome product. I said, you couldn't have had any better timing. I'm actually very excited to share that with y'all. I'm waiting for it to show up in the mail, and then we're going to do a full, complete, the storm shelter is done, other than we haven't picked up a futon yet. We got to go up to a big city and kind of shop for one of those. But it's a really cool product. I'm excited to show it off, and it was just meant to be. It really was. 99% of the time somebody approaches me for product, I'm like, just go on. That's not what this channel's about. But this fits so perfectly, I think y'all will enjoy it. So that's coming very soon. I'm hoping this week that product comes in, and I am done with the storm shelter. It's ready to use right now, but it's not 100% safe yet for long-term hurricane. You're riding out a hurricane. This product is going to help with that. Just waiting on it to show up. So that's coming. That's absolutely coming. So James says, is the house our plans or one we got somewhere else? 100% our plans. We designed it. It was actually the bottom floor plans off an original house that we designed that was 1.5 story. Whole long story for that, not even worth getting into. It wound up not working out. So we took the bottom story plan, put it in this house, decided to make it a little bit bigger since we weren't going to do a loft, and went to an engineer that was okay with doing a pole barn house, went to an architect that was okay with that, and worked with them for a while and designed all these house plans right here. So they are 100% ours. Yeah, you can cut it off. I'm getting blinded. Hey, we can cut the light off now, without a doubt. Let's see what else we got here. I was told yesterday lumber prices going down a little bit next few weeks, says Mr. Harry. Without a doubt. I have actually heard that lumber prices are supposed to go down hopefully in June. I really do hope that happens. I certainly hope so. Although we'll probably have all of our lumber by June. That's just the way it is, other than our tongue grew pine. But it's so nice to hear, whether it's true or not, that potentially some products may be dropping in price. Now, when it comes to PVC, electrical boxes, everything else, I'm hearing that stuff is getting extremely hard to find, and certain things are going up and becoming very hard to find. So it's kind of all over the price, or all over the place on building materials and prices. But we shall see how that works out right there. Let's see here. So, yep, as JMJ Will says, not hurricane season. However, I guess that's national hurricane coverage will start observation on May 15th. Maybe that's what somebody heard. We were told today that they thought the season started May. I was like, that's just way too soon. It's typically June. But what was it last year? We had somebody that, or no, we had a storm or two. I think it was that tropical storm actually came early in May, if I remember correctly. That's the one that flooded the garden out and just created chaos for it.
Yes.
So they've been coming earlier, no doubt about that. Oh, let's see here. Let's see, give me. Trying to think of what else we got for here. Hurricane season starts June 1st. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Mm-hmm. And what kind of lights do I use for my live chat? It's actually one of the cheapest stamped steel lights you can imagine. Same ones I use to heat my pump out there whenever we have frost. There's not much to it with a screw-in LED light bulb. It looks official, but it is cheap as could possibly be. You can buy them from Lowe's, Home Depot, everything. It's one of them clamp-on lights. You clamp on something that's got the big steel disc. They're crazy. They're absolutely crazy.
Very bright.
All right, let's see here. Are you doing your own electric lines, or do you have to hire that out? Actually, I can do that myself. I already have the electrical permit. It's pulled under my name. I wired the 200 amp panel in here in the shop, which is very similar to a home. Run 200 amp service out from the pole. Actually, the power company does that, but I ran all the conduit, everything from there. So I already have experience with 200 amp service. Got signed off here, and we are allowed to wire our house ourselves. That's the cool thing about this area. It's relatively relaxed, and we have an awesome inspector that'll come out and check everything, and if it's not the code, not correct, you don't get passed, and they'll tell you, hey, this is what you need to correct, and you turn around and do that. But electrical, I'll be doing myself. I actually very much enjoy doing electrical, and I will share every bit of that on the channel, no doubt. All right, let's see here. So Mr. Harry just says he just got some Pecky Cypress, 5/4 and some 8/4 slabs. That's awesome. Pecky Cypress is very popular around here for some custom built homes. I would love to have some of that. And Max says last time he went kayaking, he was down in Miami and had a shark and went flying underneath his kayak. I've had some of those experiences myself. He said he had to scream out loud so everybody on the west side of Mississippi heard him. We've actually had, yeah, that would be her. We've actually had some of those experiences ourselves with what's it, alligators on the river. You come flying around the corner, there'll be one laying on the bank, it'll go diving in the water. We've had mud literally slung up in our face, in the boat, everything, where the alligator kind of whipped its tail off the bank and just slung it everywhere. So we've had some experiences, not maybe quite with the sharks, but alligators for sure. Again, I've had my own shark experiences getting in the water. Oh, let's see here. What else we got? All right, y'all got any more questions? How far are we on the food, by the way?
Well, it hasn't started counting down yet.
Uh-oh.
So it's still warming.
It's warming. It's taking a little bit there.
It's taking a little bit to get up the pressure, and then they start counting down. So we are waiting on that.
Right.
Need some more comments.
Yeah.
What y'all got for us?
Come on, more questions. I've been doing my best to talk all night, but eventually I'm going to run out of stuff to talk about. So Mr. Michael asked, what kind of camera do I use? I use a GoPro Hero 7, which was kind of one of my original cameras started recording with. Actually, it was a Sony action cam, but I didn't like it. So a GoPro Hero 7 and a GoPro Hero 8 is what I do every bit of my recording with. I do have a drone, but I'm kind of back and forth on even using the thing. I've still got to go do some testing and some legal stuff behind that. But 100% of what you watch, GoPro 7, GoPro 8, by far has the best field of view, although sometimes I wish they zoomed in a little more, and the best stabilization. So I can literally be driving around with a Ranger, the tractor, whatever, and it's buttery smooth. You can't beat those cameras at all. So if you're going to do any kind of recording, highly recommend one. It's literally just hit record. You don't have all those crazy settings, nothing. Very easy to edit the stuff from them as well. Oh, so Big Dave Richardson asked, what was the recipe with the 57 sauce? And you think it was Italian dressing. Remember the one you made?
Yeah, so that is our kebabs that we make. And what I do, I tried to kind of copycat the Texas Roadhouse. I don't know if y'all have Texas Roadhouse in your area, but it's a red sauce that they marinate all the ingredients in, and it's just to die for. So what I came up with is Heinz 57, Italian dressing, hot sauce, and then I add in some minced garlic, and what else do I add into it?
Oh, you tell me.
Some other seasoning, just like pepper and all that, and just I make enough to where it just marinates all the vegetables, and I do separate for the meat as well, and it is just so good. Oh, and butter.
Yeah, Can't forget the butter. It is very, very good. So hopefully that answers it for you. I think I might have put the recipe in one of the live streams.
You did, but
3 or 4 live streams back.
ago.
I can't remember which one it was, to be perfectly honest with you. So Welderman asked, how do I like the bark box on that steel? I love it. Even though I wear hearing protection, I can still hear it. Yes, you need hearing protection without a doubt to run that bark box. You also need it whether it's just a regular muffler on the saddle anyways, but love it. It's almost got a dirt bike sound to it. It just sounds ported, peppy, and ready to go. How much difference it makes, I don't know. Feels like it pulls harder to me, but there's a lot of controversy on the internet saying if it gives you any difference at all. I love it. I love the way it sounds. Like I said, even with hearing protection, you can still tell it's there. Saw sounds mean with it, I think. So the family farm homestead says you're gonna have to split some more firewood because your wife's burning it up. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
It is such a big fire pit that it eats the wood up.
Oh, it's my fault now. Too big of a fire pit.
This is not my fault. There was nothing but a coal bed going in there.
All right. I like making firewood. She likes burning it. This marriage works. All right. And I get to buy new chainsaws whenever I need more firewood, right?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So Tony B asked, how much do we estimate the new house costing after all is said and done? I'll be honest with you, I'm not so sure anymore. It's going to be 150 plus, and that was not the original budget at all. It's hard to predict. Last year we were predicting it was going to be somewhere in the 100 to 125 range last year. things have went up 3, 4, and 500%. You just can't budget or prepare for that kind of a jump. It's never before seen, and it's killing things right now. I'm literally having to drive through different states, different cities, towns, everywhere, trying to find enough of a deal to justify buying the stuff and continue the build. And I'm gonna be honest with you, right now, all I can really focus on is just drying the house in, getting it as weatherproof as I can, and we're just gonna have to kind of cross that bridge when we get there down the road. We're not out of the money that we saved up yet. We put up an extra buffer because if you think a house is gonna cost X number of dollars and that's how much you save, you're not doing yourself a favor there. You always want to budget over, and we originally had, but again, when things are 3, 4, and 500% more than they were 12 to 14 months ago, nobody in their right mind expects to budget for that. So as of right now, we're kind of lost on where it's going to originally all pan out. All I can focus on right now is getting the house dried in, kind of seeing where our savings is, our house savings is after that, seeing where the overall market is, if things are going down, still going up, and figuring out how we're going to continue with the build. We will do a cost video before long. We need to do that, at least to the dried in portion and porch cost. I think will be a good one. As far as square footage cost for heated and dried, I can't even guess anymore. It's crazy. We'll figure it out with you is all I can tell you.
We'll break it down later
Yeah,
for sure.
it's just crazy times right now. It is absolutely crazy times. So Snuff Dipper says he's got to go. Have a good night. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Pamela says she's got to run. So it'd be great if we show a shorts video clip of that full moon. We may have to do that. We had to show one last week of that whippoorwill that showed up right after we canceled the live stream.
That just blew my mind.
It did blow her mind. She was talking about it again today. We're talking about whippoorwills on the live stream. Haven't heard one in a while, honestly. As soon as we cut the live stream off, one flies in the house back there and just starts singing in the dark. And we're like, this is crazy. This is wild.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do some more shorts, no doubt about that. So Suzanne says the fire's for the puppy. That's pretty much exactly right. He's the one you can see barely sitting behind it, enjoying it now that's cooling off a little. Greg asked if we were born and raised in Florida. Yeah, I know you bounced around a little bit, but she's pretty much born and raised in Florida. She was only gone for a short period of time. I am 100% born and raised in Florida. You can say that we absolutely both are, and kind of lived in this general area. I have lived absolutely within 1 to 2 counties where we are now my entire life. You've been as far as a couple of hours away from here, maybe back when she used to be over in the Jacksonville area, Middleburg area. Yeah, 100% Florida, born and raised right here in North Florida. Wouldn't have it any other way. Although
right.
we thought we wanted to move out at one time, I think we're very happy with our decision to stay.
Yes.
Let's see here. So Team Danger said you can buy more. You can buy dump trailers so you can haul more firewood back to split. Yeah, that would be one very good use of it. And Spotlight Tree keeps looking pretty every day, says Betty. I 100% agree. That thing is looking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, they can see it.
Yep,
Good.
it's getting so dark green right now. The tree looks so happy
really
and healthy.
thriving.
It is. I need to go mow some of the new trees that are popping up underneath it where we did the clearing out. But it looks beautiful. I can't wait to see how it's going to look in another month or two. So Erica Daniels jumped on, says hello Kelley from Naptown, better late than ever. Thank you so much for jumping on and chatting with us. That is my Warren Franks and Beans friend. You remember something about Mary with Franks and Beans? Mm-hmm. Yep. If she says every time I wear my earmuffs that I remind her of Warren. So yeah, that's her. So I had to give her a Franks and Beans shout out the other day.
I've seen that. Yeah, I remember.
All right. Let's see here. So Claudia asked, can we do a live chat from the pole barn? We possibly can. We have a signal booster in the shop in here. That's kind of why we stay here. But I can probably walk out there okay. It may start buffering and want to cut off on you. We're just going to have to test that. Potentially, yeah, we can. Yep, so Welderman says he's holding off on building his shop right now just because things are so expensive. A lot of people are really starting to do that. And it's going to take a bunch of people doing that before I think some of these prices are going to drop. I have to feel there's some gouging going on at this point. I don't believe all the excuses I'm hearing for why things are up 3, 4, and 500%. It's just
If they can get away with it.
I'm not buying it anymore. I'm not buying it at all. Let's see here. So Claudia also asked, can we do a live stream from the oak tree and pasture? Possibly so as well. It'd be about the same signal as you get over there at the house. Actually, the signal may be worse at the house because of the metal roof. Could block it some. We'll just, like I said, we'll just have to try that. Maybe next week we can go out there and do kind of a walk around before it gets dark and see if the signal cuts off or not. So Mailman says there's an adhesive shortage right now for plywood and laminated timber. That's why the price of plywood is supposed to triple in the next 2 months. I hate hearing that, but I am so thankful I have already went ahead and bought all of our OSB and got what felt like a great deal at the time, even though it's still ridiculously high because it just keeps going up and up and up and up. And I hear that PVC and electrical boxes and things like that are going up because there is a resin shortage and problem. So it's just things that we can't even comprehend or imagine why stuff is just flying through the roof. I don't understand it at all. Mm-hmm. So Chris just jumped on and said, sorry late to the party. No problem. Thanks for chatting with us, Chris. We appreciate you coming by. And William says he's got to jump off. Wishes us well. Hope we have a great night. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And that thing is actually counting down over there now.
It
so
is. It peaked a few minutes ago.
Yep, so. We have got our supper coming on the way as well. Let's see here. Will we get a garden tour this week, says Pam. Absolutely you will.
You were working on that today, weren't you?
I was working on that some today because we had horrible winds yesterday. It blew some corn down, not the one that supported my other corn. It blew some squash and zucchini around. I had to straighten all that up today. It blew some okra over. So I did spend some time working on that. Needed to get it all straightened back up. I think, let's see here. I think Tuesday we're going to have the garden video coming out. And I've got a couple pictures I need to post. The garden is looking awesome. Other than all the replants from the frost, everything is so green. I've got the best looking potatoes I've ever seen in my life. Now the tops look amazing. I have no idea if there's a bunch of potatoes being produced. I hope so. But the plants themselves, I have never seen potatoes look so good that I have personally grown. So I'm excited about that. And the corn looks awesome as well. The supports that I put in for the corn, doing an excellent job. We had, again, just horrible winds yesterday. Friends had trees blow down, all kinds of stuff. And the corn is standing up perfectly that I put in those cow panels. So really glad I did that, or I might have a bad video to show y'all with every bit of the corn
what
destroyed.
Happened last year.
Yes.
Constantly having to pick it up and straighten it up.
Tell me about it. All right. So Mr. Harry says he's got to jump off. Thank you for
night,
chatting
Mr.
with us.
Harry.
Appreciate that. And Ralph says he's got to jump off as well, eat supper. So thank you for chatting with us, Ralph. Yep, so Welderman says it's just people taking advantage of the situation around the world. That's what it's kind of feeling like with all the building materials. Let's see here. So Big Dave says he lives near a wood mill. They're going left and right with the trucks. Yes, they are. They're selling it. They're jacking it up, and people are buying it. So they're probably going to keep the prices up. That's just the way it is right now. So Terry Dupree says he loves the fire pit. Enjoys spending time with y'all. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We truly do appreciate it. And Welderman says he's got to jump off as well. Let's see here. Betty says she loves spending time with the two of us. Wishing you only the best. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We truly do appreciate it. We appreciate all of y'all chatting with us, so thank you for that. So Chris says he needs our address so he can send Tiffany a package because you hog all the good fishing lures and catch all the fish. Well, Chris, if you will look in the bottom of any video, our address is down there. And we had somebody send us, you're late to the party. We had somebody send me a package tonight. I got a Dodge Ram, but oh no, wait for it. I got a dump trailer to go with it. So I now have my second dump trailer, and it's a gooseneck, so I can haul even more.
Speaking of that, Chris, so he was catching a few fish on his little spinnerbait or whatever you call it, paddle tail. Yeah, paddle tail. And I'm like, go ahead and put one of those on mine. And he's like, oh, I only have one more left. And that's always his excuse. He only has one more left. I'm like, why don't you come prepared with all this tapping?
No, tell him the truth. I gave her my last bait. I put it on because she says that's the reason I was catching all the fish. What happened?
Yeah, well, I didn't fish long enough.
Yeah, she threw it 5 times after I put it on and said, fish aren't biting, I'm done.
No, I did
I'm
not. I fished just as long as you did.
Anyways, but yeah, Chris, the address is down in any video description, including the one on this live stream, by the way. So let me know if you can't find that there. All right, so Pam asked, how's the Silver Queen? I have 2 beds of Silver Queen. The one big L-shaped bed, beautiful. It's the one that was supported by the hog panels. Nothing blew over. The other bed that I planted with beans, every stalk of corn blew over. Some of the roots got ripped out of the ground. I did the best I could to save it yesterday. I think it's going to be okay. It's healed up. I put some supports in there, and I finished kind of healing it up this morning, supporting everything now that the wind is gone. But this will not be the last storm that we get, no doubt. I'm going to have to do something to support it even more. But as of right now, Silver Queen is good, which is my favorite crop by far in that garden.
Yes, it is.
Let's see here. So Shay says they ordered recliners in late November, kept pushing the order, finally settled for something in stock 1st of April. They were saying the plants that make the foam that were in Texas. That's what I keep hearing. I hear, and that's why we're having these crazy resin shortages all the way from spray foam to electrical boxes to PVC. You just keep hearing resin, adhesives, all that. Apparently, a lot of that stuff, rumor has it, was in Texas. And when that horrible cold front come through and froze everything up, it shut down a lot of those factories that were right in the middle of production. And you've got to understand, I kind of understand a lot of this coming from an industrial atmosphere. When you shut something down cold, you don't just fire it back up as soon as everything thaws out. A lot of times that resin and those chemicals set up, hardening pipes, hardening tanks, and you have to bring tons of industrial equipment in, high blasting chemicals to dissolve it. And I have heard it's taken literally a couple months to get some of those factories back up and running out there. And just horrible timing. So that's why we're having crazy price increases and shortages on a lot of this other stuff now. And apparently it sounds like it's affecting things all the way down to furniture, the foam in the furniture. It's just, we can't catch a break, can we? Oh my goodness, between hurricanes and then crazy winter storms, it's like, where's the break? We got to get some breaks. This stuff's just crazy. Let's see here. So Tally Showy says, why use OSB instead of plywood? I'm a big plywood fan for the roof where it's critical. OSB, I have no personal problem with putting on siding or plywood. Here's the reason why. Plywood right now, 1/2-inch plywood locally is $62 a sheet.
I thought it went to 65.
No, it's 60.
Okay.
Well, 62 to 65. Just make you want to throw up. Unreal. I got my OSB for $30 a sheet, which sounds like a killer deal, and it is because most OSB now is $45 to $50-something a sheet. So there was a huge cost difference, thousands of dollars saved to go with OSB. Not worried about doing it on the side; it'll be wrapped, and then I will actually nail my hardy board into studs as well. Very particular about that. So that's the reason I went with it. Now, getting it for $30 a sheet sounds like a killer deal for what it costs, but keep in mind that stuff was $9 to $11 12 to 14 months ago. So at the end of the day, it's not a good deal, but compared to $62 a sheet plywood, I'm going with the OSB any day of the week. I mean, it's thousands of dollars saved. And with everything already just blowing our budget out of the water, I've got to save anywhere I can. But I wasn't willing to compromise on the roof. Now the roof, I got that plywood for $44 a sheet, which is just crazy high. Made me sick to my stomach. But again, now it's $62 a sheet. It's just only went up even more since building the house. It all boils down to cost. That is absolutely why with OSB. The engineer rated the sheeting for OSB. It's absolutely allowed. So that's what we went with. So Uncle Tim finally jumped on. The Kelley who spells his name correctly with an EY said, it sounds like we had a good time fishing. Yes, we absolutely did, without a doubt. Mr. Donald says he enjoyed it, so I guess he's jumping off. Thank you so much for the dump trailer and truck. I'll put it to good use. Hope that Dodge doesn't break down in a week or two, but had to throw that out there. But if not, I got a couple Chevys around here that can tow that dump trailer. So thank you for that, Mr. Donald. Hey, we got to do something. Let's see here. Let's see. Need to skip a few. I make my own fishing baits. Oh, it says Erica, and carved them as well. Just got to knock off speedworm mold. What are your favorite colors? And I'll try to mail some. Thank you so much for that. I love speedworms. Absolutely love them. That's awesome that you make those. Down here with the kind of somewhat clear water that we have in a lot of our rivers, what is it called? Green pumpkin, watermelon seed, those type of colors right there that's got the green and water or red flake in it, or either black flake, but the green colored lures, they do well, really well. We have a lot of spring-fed rivers around here that I fish those in. Now in our super dark rivers and lakes, your old June bug color, your black and blue, those do very well as well. You absolutely don't have to send us nothing. If you do, awesome, we'll use it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But that's our favorite colors for sure. So Farm Family Homestead says that Kelly's Country Life is my second favorite channel. Huh.
His channel is his favorite.
Oh, his channel is his favorite channel? Second favorite channel. All right, thanks. No, we truly appreciate that. So thank you so much. So Richard said some of his corn laid down too. He doesn't live too terribly far away from me. And I'm sure you experienced a lot of that wind that we had.
Oh yeah, they got a lot worse up there for
Yep,
sure.
yep. In your area, and the thunderstorms went just north of us. Horrible thunderstorms yesterday, and you might have caught some of that. So hopefully you made it through okay there. Sunset Hosta Farm just jumped on from Ohio. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And Tim Kelley says, "Where's Cash? He was on early. I don't know if he's done slipped off on us." He says he might be delivering our dump trailer. Oh no, Mr. Donald delivered my dump trailer. Cash has been slacking. We gave Cash weeks and weeks, months to deliver the dump trailer, and he didn't do it. Mr. Donald will come through right there. So Back Creek Cabin says he just got in. I hope all's going well. So far, so good. Horrible weather yesterday that stayed north of us. That's what we're kind of talking about currently. So we were so thankful for that because it looks like Georgia and North Florida, just north of us, got it really, really bad yesterday. So we're very happy we did not wind up with any of that. So Shay says, at least they didn't send me a Ford. Oh boy, this conversation could get mean tonight.
We'll keep it friendly.
Yeah, the Ford and Chevy debate. We'll keep it friendly tonight. No more truck talk. But yeah, you're right. Anyways, oh goodness. So Richard says it started with hail. Yep, we heard horrible hail in the area yesterday. Some up to 2 inches, I think, right into Georgia. She's seen some videos of that. So, so glad we did not have the hail. So Pam, Miss Pam has got it right. She says we are her first favorite channel.
Thank you, Miss Pam.
How about that? The Family Farm Homestead. Take that. Second best. That's all right. We'll take third or fourth best. We don't care. We're happy to be on your list. So thank you so much for that. So Asylum says we better watch the Ford comments. Here we go. We've struck a nerve, have we, eh? So Team Danger says hit 12,000. Yep, sure did. Thank y'all so much for that. That is something I was really looking forward to. And something I should celebrate with y'all. We should celebrate with y'all.
Absolutely.
Hit 12,000 subscribers. Still growing this week. Thank y'all so much for that because it was literally just a few weeks ago. We were at 5,000 or 5,500 before Daniel gave the shout out, and we have more than doubled the channel. So thank y'all so much for chatting with us, joining, and helping get that number up. I mean, it takes the watching, the sharing, everything else that y'all do, the liking the videos. That's what gets us the exposure and ultimately gets us in front of other people that may potentially subscribe to the channel and help keep getting us exposure. So thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate it.
Jonathan says he's a little late. Any cooking tonight? Speaking of that, it's already beat, and I'm gonna go check on it.
Let me know.
Okay.
We are cooking tonight, Jonathan. We started a little earlier without you. We might be about to expose it if Miss Tiffany says that it's ready. So we'll carry over there in just a second. So Back Creek Cabin says we're their sixth favorite channel. And this is getting worse, y'all. We're going downhill. Sixth. Oh, man. I'll take it, I guess. Thanks.
Do you want me to show the depressurization?
Oh, hang on. She wants me to grab the camera. We'll see. So Solo Asylum says 100,000 subs by the end of the year. I so hope you're correct. Hang on. What are you doing?
It takes them off.
So we're going to the food, y'all. If I can get this camera off. Come on, camera. So let's watch her depressurize the Instapot.
So this is what I look like sometimes when Andrew gets on my nerves.
Yep, that is her.
Let the steam out.
Yep, that's what comes out of Tiffany's ears sometime whenever I kick her off.
I do have my little thing.
Yeah, where is your little safety thing?
All right, we get it.
Yeah, she's got a little silicone safety device for popping these right here. So I'll let her explain in just a minute what it is that we're doing. So Shay says, my wife said that you guys are the only channel. Now that's what I like to hear. So there's her little safety device. Keep from burning yourself. Safety first on the channel.
Oh, it's
smells so good. What?
Oh, so the Family Farm Homestead says my son got a loaner Ford while his truck was in the shop. I made him cover it with a blue tarp so no one would see it at my house. Oh man, ouch.
Wow.
Burn to all your Ford owners. Sorry guys. That was pretty funny.
Well, I hope this turned out okay.
Well, this is new for us or for her.
Yeah, I haven't
We'll
done
see.
this particular recipe. So we'll see.
Yep, we have never tried cooking noodles in with the sauce. We're gonna try that. Instapots are great though. Whether this works out or not, who cares? So Chris says I need to buy Tiffany a Chevy truck so she can pull the dump trailer. Huh? Not a bad idea.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, I don't like that because that girl can do about 40,000 miles a year. I'm not even kidding, and she does not need a truck that gets horrible gas mileage. Oh goodness. So Jade asked when we have some Wasatch River fishing videos soon. I don't know. I have been really dragging on going and making some of those videos. I for sure got to get out there and do some fishing. Back Creek Cabin, I know you were kidding. I was cutting up with you too. See, Chris has got it right. Kelly's are number one.
Get a picture of that moon.
Oh yes, that's right. We can skip the short. I wish I could zoom in, but we've got a crazy full moon coming up tonight right there over the property. So LH Paul said he started watching y'all with the log splitter videos. Now they're hooked. It's like favorite TV show. Awesome.
Aw,
Thank you so
good.
much.
That's a very nice comment.
So the Ventures of Todd says they have the crock pot version of an Instapot. I don't really think it matters, to be perfectly honest with you. There's a lot of pressure cookers out there, and they all work very well.
Come on, mister.
Yep, so as soon as we can get this little thing right here. Ooh, ow.
Leave it alone.
As soon as we get that to drop, we'll show you all the meal. We may wrap this thing up. My goodness, we've already been talking an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
Time always flies. Uh-oh.
Flies when you're having fun.
It's like watching paint dry. Come on, man. This fat boy's got to eat. Drop. 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 Oh, I got it. Open that thing up. Let's show them what we're working with.
Oh, yeah.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it'll probably take a minute to get the rest of the liquid to kind of settle in here.
Can I show it off yet?
Yeah. Good.
Ooh. Handmade Italian meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
With, what'd you call them, lentils?
Yeah, it's like a lentil noodle.
A healthy noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of other stuff in there. Oh, now that's how you make spaghetti meatballs.
Super easy. Just throw it all in and set the timer.
And that's the good meatballs. Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Shay and Team Danzer. Pam says, Tiffany, she cooked noodles in her Instapot all the time. Would never cook them on stovetop anymore. That and rice, Miss Pam.
That's how I am about rice.
Oh, this thing
yeah.
cooks all that so easy. So Mary says, time flies when you're having fun. Did you just say you're a fat guy? Dinner is served. Yes, I'm a fat boy. Leave me alone. Oh, Chris says that's his bowl right there. Chris, what are we going to eat?
All right. So we'll probably let that simmer for a little bit. Let it
Yes,
soak
we
up
will.
the rest of that.
Yeah, there ain't no way we can eat that.
Yeah,
It'll burn
it's
our mouth off.
fire hot right now, but it smells delicious.
Solo Asylum says he got an 80s crock pot still kicking. You better hang on to it because these new appliances don't last. Them 80s stuff does. Chris says vegetables. Heck no, man. We got lentils in there. That's our vegetables. We need the vegetables with this meal.
Okay.
All right. So Jade asked, when do I think the house will be complete? Honestly, don't know. This fall or winter is what I'm shooting for. Don't have a specific date. Don't want that kind of pressure on me either. Tiffany thinks it'll be, what'd you say, about 2 years?
A year and a half.
She thinks a year and a half. I think I'm going to beat that, no problem. She's just being a negative. We ain't got no Nancy's on here, do we?
Get that moon.
Yep, I got the moon. There it is. All right. So Greg says, have a great night. Love your channel. And, oh, yeah, I wish I had smell-o-vision too. Boiled eggs is awesome for using it as well. All right, guys, so we would eat that in front of you, but honestly, it's going to need probably 10, 15 or more minutes to cool off. That stuff is burning up
Hi,
hot.
Kevin.
Yep. We had so much fun chatting with y'all tonight. We truly do appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I think this is where we're going to wrap up the live stream. So again, thank y'all so much. We hope all of y'all have a great night. We will catch you this week. Again, let's see here. New kind of what I'm calling a tool review video tomorrow. Day after that, garden video that some people are looking for. And then we're getting into house build. I've got a lot of stuff in finally. She's excited about that. We're going to get to raising some walls, doing some strapping, showing off some new tools for that. It's going to be a fun-filled week. House build will be out more toward the middle of the week. So everybody's saying good night. Thank y'all so much for chatting with us. We will catch y'all next weekend. Yeah,
You sure?
I'm trying to remember. I think we're available next weekend. All right, we'll catch y'all next weekend. And for all of y'all that this is your favorite channel, love you guys so much. For the rest of y'all that were second, third, fifth, or sixth, we love y'all guys too. Thank y'all so much for watching us. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Good night.
All right, bye.